What is up, guys? Starscream back again, also known as the Black Gentleman. And today I'm looking at my very first Earthrise figure, and that Earthrise figure is Starscream. Just look at the box. That figure's already removed, obviously, but it's the box on the list. Here's a cool side art here, which looks pretty good. Back of the box says it has 30 steps to transform it. Other side, under, and top. And there's also a little picture of a Galvatron floating through space, for what it's worth. So, big Galvatron. Also comes with instructions as normal, which all figures tend to come with. Transformation is super easy. I mean, this is very easy. The only thing that really gave me a little bit of difficulty was actually, I think it was the arms actually, but they were figured out fairly easy as well. So there is that. Oops, let me get this folded. Get out of here. He also came with this here decoder, which is a little spot on the box, which you can put on top of, and you can decode messages and whatnot. So, yeah, hey, something. I never owned the classics version of the Secret Mold, so this is my first experience with it. But but this is more of a Voyager size version of the Secret Mold. I believe it was deluxe scale back in the day. So, yeah. Also, as far as other accessories go, it comes with no rays. Just pick these off to take a good look at them. They're both the same mold, same amount of detail, and also they look fairly good. I will say that these actually look more like no rays than the actual when you get with Siege. These look really great. There's no paint, but it's okay. It still looks decent. Good molding in there. You got a 5mm peg, so you can basically peg it in anywhere, including the hands. It's all good. Just bring the figure back in. Let's see. My first take on this thing. I think it looks nice. It's got some actually nice paint on the face. Nice silver paint on the face. Nice red eyes, although a bit sunken in my opinion. Yeah, bring it closer. I wish it were maybe a lighter red, maybe, so the eyes will pop more. Also, when it comes to paint, I believe these pylons here, or cauldrons, whatever you call them, I believe this is all paint, including this right here. All this red here, I believe this is all paint. It looks like it is, including the nice gunmetal inside here for the intakes. Looks really nice. Translucent plastic's pretty decent. Let's see, any more paint on this figure? I think for the most part the red is it. I believe this is blue paint, so more kind of grayish gunmetal here for the vents. Looks nice. Looks like more gunmetal here on the feet. So it has where they add some paint, which is pretty good. You get some red trim here, white for the tail fins. Same on both sides, including nice red and white on here on the wings, and purple Decepticon symbol, which is customary for Decepticon symbols. So the thing has paint, which is pretty nice. Just enough to set it off. As far as articulation goes, that's where my biggest problem comes in. But let's start from the basics. The head, look up this far, down that far. So he gets a good look down, which is I really like. You get a 360 out of that. Just turn it. It appears to be on a ball joint, so that's good. And as for the arms, they can come out that far, and they're on a mushroom peg right in here. And you can get 360, but you gotta move the wings out of the way. So you gotta just kind of like that. And the wing totally went. Also, these wings can be attached if you really want to move them out. So if you just want, there we go. So you can get that full 360. And same on both sides. Also, the bicep, you have a 360 swivel on that. This is good. Elbow bend. This doesn't appear to be double bend, it's a single bend. So that's about all you get. Alright, so we attach that wing. Kind of weird I had a wing. And here we go. Speaking of the wing, you do have articulation there as well. You can bend back a little bit like that. So I guess in a way that's pretty good. I think it's good for alt mode, so you can kind of bend both of them back. Get a nice little look to that. I think that looks pretty good. As for the hand, sadly there is no 360 swivel. I know some people have said that the hand doesn't need a swivel, but on my Siege Starscream and Seekers, I typically do use this. So to me, it's definitely a negative. As far as the waist goes, excuse me, as far as that waist, what waist? There is no waist anymore. As you can see here, it had to be sacrificed. But I would say they could have. I think if we move this up right here, I believe this could have been cut right here to make a waist swivel. That's just me. I feel like if you want it, it could have been done. But oh well, they have sacrificed. But what you do get out of your legs, since you can't use the waist, you can kick out this far. Let's see here, about that far. You can kick back about that far. Yet again, because this right here is totally in the way. At first I thought it could bend up because there's a hinge here, but this hinge is actually for transformation for the back itself. So no such luck. So this is as far as you can get out of it. And I typically like to pose my figures on my shelf. I'm not really that much of an A stance guy. So I do like posing. So that's a big negative for me that this thing can't, you know, pose the way I want to because the articulation. But you can spin the leg about that far. So you can almost get a full. Yeah, you can get 360 out of it. So that's something at the thigh. You would think it have a cut. It just has a cut right here. You think it'd be able to bend here, but no, it's up here. So also knee bend. And not double joint, just makes it single. So sorry fellas, this guy can't kick his own ass. I know you're bummed as I am. As far as the feet goes, they do have ankle tilt, so that's good. Only bummer is this tail fin here is connected. You cannot take it off. I know some people cool with that, but I don't know. At first, when I first saw it, I didn't like this. It's a big bummer, but I kind of gotten over it. But it'd been nice if maybe it could have maybe like the third-party company New Age, their secret mold. This thing right here can fold around and go inside the leg. It's too bad it couldn't be engineered to do that. But yeah, you get ankle tilt on both sides about that far. All right, let's see. As for those no rays, I'm gonna camera up a little taste there. Like I said before, they can plug in anywhere as a 5mm port, which is typically gonna be here in the arm. But he can also hold them too. Well, slightly. You can move this up, by the way. It's mostly for transformation, but it can be used. Let's put those back on there. I think overall, I think he does have quite a presence. He looks good. I'm not even mad at the chest here. I feel like it kind of should taper in, but it doesn't. But I think it looks all right. I just wish it really had that waist. That's kind of killing me about it because I honestly don't really hate the way it looks. And let's get the angle back inside. Just for a comparison, oops, I get him standing. Let's bring in the only guy really worth comparing them to, Siege Starscream. And you can kind of see how they look together. As I said before, I love these null rays, and I'm considering taking these off and getting them to him. I don't know, because except for I don't hate this figure. I just wish it had more articulation. But for sake of argument, in case somebody wants to know, let's pull one of these off, shall we? And take one of these off. See if they fit. That kind of sucks because it's very loose. So unless you do something to thicken this peg up, it's not gonna fit well. Let's try vice versa. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. That fits better. That's crazy. Oh well. But I think it is kind of cool to have both characters here, to have both representations of Cybertron and Earth. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, let's get them both together. So there we look. I think that's pretty decent. But looking at the Siege one, I get way more of a G1 or even comic book vibe with this guy more than this guy. Just given the robot mode by itself. And we get the waist articulation. And the hand and all that other stuff. Like I said, this is not a bad one. Looks good. Let's go ahead and get these guys transformed. This is the money shot. This is awesome. This is, aside from a few little things, one of the best deluxe alt modes for Starscream I've ever seen. And I've seen my share of, you know, third-party Starscreams, like eye gear and whatnot. This is awesome. This is straight G1, and it looks wonderful. Man, just the top part of it in general is with nice paint here for the fins and the wings, which I already pointed out. but looks really great. Even the console looks good. And I love the fact that when you put them in alt mode, so the symbols are facing the correct way, which, you know, robot mode are upside down. But this looks really good. Just, man. Oh, another cool thing, if you open these up, let's see. Right here, I'll pull these up right here at the top part of his feet. There you go, put these back up. You can even input the little blast effects, which are pretty cool. So I can get that in there. Matter of fact, let's pull this out. Oh guys, let me take this piece out and put that in there like so. That looks good. Matter of fact, let me add the other one just for synergy's sake. Let's see here. Add this here. And that looks, I think that looks good. Mine's a little bent, you're gonna have to forgive me. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Get like a stand. And just have them like this. I mean, that's really pretty sharp. Other than looks, I mean, it has a few issues which I have to address. It doesn't have any kind of a landing gear, like or anything. Yeah, when you lay it down, it's fair, but it looks like you would have landing gear right here where the head is. You can almost see how this maybe should come down. But yeah, that kind of sucks. Not a deal breaker, but it does kind of suck not to have any kind of landing gear at all. Also, I know Kato pointed out, it's right here. You can basically get your whole pinky in there. Just have a Starscream pinky ring. So that's a thing. But for the most part, you're not gonna be looking at it on the downside. You're looking at it on the upside, and that right there looks really good to me. No rays too. You can plug into the wings, or if you want, you can unplug them. Have them right here on the side. I think you can put them on the tail wing. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. This is something you can do if you want to. Also, another thing I want to show off is the cockpit itself. That looks really cool right there. It's even having the seat here with the instruments to fly the jet. So that looks really nice, really sharp. Also, I dig the panel lining here. I would love to have it actual panel line, but the mold detail is nice. I actually dig this. I'm not super big on what they call tune accuracy. I like detail in my stuff. I like the level of real world lookiness in terms of panels, and panels don't hurt my feelings. I think they look good. Even back here with the molded thruster detail, looks really nice. This would be really nice on the panel on it. Matter of fact, I know a guy. I would do it myself, but I just wreck it. As far as nose cone goes, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of blue splashed on here, but I think that's more toy than actual G1. I think this was all one color. So yeah, overall, this is the reason why I buy this figure. This is all by itself. For comparison, let's bring in Starscream, and again, it's nice that you can have two alt modes. Here's a pseudo Tetrajet, and I think this is F-15, I believe, as far as jets go. And it looked nice, you know. I still wish that he didn't have all this bird shit on him, but I think together that it looked nice. So right now, this is a good time to be a Generations or Chug collector, because you can have either way. You can have Cybertronian or Earth mode. Looks really great together. I also like how when you do compare them, you can kind of see how this became this. You know, because I imagine when you're replicating your Earth, when you're replicating your mode that you want for Earth, you get to probably pick something that's kind of in scale with your body type. And given that if you look at Starscream, he already had the necessary components to kind of become this, so pretty nice. I will say, I heard complaints about the underneath, you know, basically a whole robot under here. That's standard Transformer stuff, man. Like Aerobots, the robot always is just kind of hiding underneath. I mean, it's not much you can do with jets, but I don't mind that. Just wish I had a little bit of landing gear of some sort. But anyhow, let's go ahead and cut this up short. Let's get to that final thought, shall we? I don't want anyone to think that I've just been beating up on this Transformer. I actually like him. The more I mess with him, the more I've grown to like him. It's just that what keeps me from really liking it, really loving it, is simple fact. It's just articulation. It's just something that I need to have. I must have it. I'll even give it one more comparison. I'll bring in Starscream one more time. Let's move him out of the way. Even in the arms here, you get this. You get forward butterfly. That's just awesome. It's kind of hard to go back away from that. You know, even the hand rotation. Just so many things that this thing can do more of. But not to say that, you know, it's inherently better than this version. As you know, so for we all have different things that we require out of our figures, whether it be Hasbro, Takara, third party, hell, even KO. But there's certain things that we require our figures to have, and for mine, it has to be really good articulation. And for me, for it not to have a waist, I understand how it's engineered. Yeah, you know, people say, well, they couldn't do it. Well, I feel like you could. I feel like you could really just cut this off right here, make this a little bit shorter, and create a waist. But oh well. I think it still looks good. It looks really good. I think it looks good on your shelf. You can put it in a post like this, or put it in an A-stance or whatever. I think it'll look nice. But if you're like me, and you like to manipulate your figures a little bit on your shelf, you know, change poses up more often than not, then this one might not be for you, and you might want to go back to this one. So I'm still gonna recommend it, but I think the majority of us probably gonna own both, so it's all good. For me, I'm gonna take this guy right here, put him back in jet mode, and that's probably where it's gonna stay. And I'll probably buy the other Seekers too. I'll just keep them all in jet mode because, you know, I still like Seekers. So with that being said, yet again, this is a recommend. Before I leave here today, I want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to me and commenting on my videos. You guys are very, very important to me. I don't want you to ever think that you're not. I always try to comment on every video I see because I'm just tickled as a pig in shit that anyone cares about my opinion of a toy. Believe me, I really do. So also, please check out my fellow Rejecticons. I will have the link down here below. And if you're not subscribed to them and checking the videos out, believe me, you're missing out. They're pumping out quality content, and it's free to you. So yeah, check them out. So anyway, this has been Saro Noomspa, also on the Black Gentleman, out here doing Lord Starscream's work. Until next time, peace out.